Hey there, what is up you guys? I am Jerry and welcome back to the channel, The Chicago Griller. This is the show where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q. And if you think that I can help you out, hit that like button and subscribe. In the early days of this channel, I made a recipe that I called a Christmas steak. Basically, it was a grilled skirt steak with green chimichurri because the colors looked like Christmas. So in today's video, I'll be updating that recipe by making another grilled skirt steak, but instead I'll be adding Chimichurri Rojo. You're going to want to stay tuned to see how I do this. I think both red and green chimichurri goes particularly well on skirt steak. So in today's video, I'll be grilling up this 10-ounce skirt steak that I've picked up from Whole Foods. After taking the steak out of the packaging, I'll prep it the same way I do every other steak. First, I'll pat it dry with a paper towel. This removes the excess moisture so that when it does hit the grill, it will sear efficiently and effectively. Next, I'll drizzle a little bit of olive oil and then spread it evenly across the surface of the steak with my clean hands. Next up come the seasonings, and because we are adding chimichurri to the steak, I'm going to keep things simple, adding just salt and pepper to taste. After patting in that salt and pepper, flip the steak over and repeat the process on the other side. Once complete, set your skirt steak aside and then go ahead and preheat your grill on high for about 15 to 20 minutes. As you wait for your grill to preheat, now would be a good time to prep your red chimichurri. And the base for red chimichurri are some roasted red peppers. You could, of course, roast and peel your own red peppers, or you could take a shortcut like I did today and use a whole can. Add to a food processor along with a half cup of parsley. Next up, some garlic. Use 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and also add that to your food processor. Next, we're going to need a little bit of paprika. Here I've measured out 2 teaspoons of paprika, and in that goes. This next ingredient are for those people who want a little bit of kick to their red chimichurri, and that's 1 red chili pepper. Don't worry, we're getting close to the end here. Next, you're going to need about 2 to 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, depending on how acidic you want this to be, and then 2 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now we need the juice from half of a lemon, and finally, some salt and pepper, once again to your taste. Now give this a few pulses in your food processor until it reaches your desired consistency. I like mine to look like a chunky salsa, which is exactly what I have here. And by now, the grill should be preheated, so let's head on outside. Today I'll be grilling this skirt steak on my Weber Q 1200. After preheating, I'm going to leave the gas knob on high, and then lay my skirt steak down directly across the grill grates right in the center of the grill. This is a pretty thin skirt steak, even by skirt steak standards, so I don't think it's going to take very long. Usually I give it 3 minutes per side, but today I'm going to check this and flip after just 2.5. And as you can see, the steak releases very easily off the grill, and the grill has produced some great sear marks on that first side. That said, this steak is really firming up a lot faster than I'd like, so I think I'm going to pull it at the 5-minute mark. Alright, so 2.5 minutes later, 5 minutes of total grilling time. Yeah, I'm going to pull this skirt steak off of the grill. And just like with any other steak, we're going to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes before carving into it. So after that rest period, let's see how I did. When cutting into steak, you're going to want to cut against the grain like I'm demonstrating here, as it makes the beef more tender and easier to chew. That said, I'm going to divide the steak into 2 equal portions by first cutting with the grain. And now with my steak split into a more manageable serving size, let's cut our steak into bite-sized slices and then see how we did. Now, like I said, this was a pretty thin skirt steak, so I'm a little bit concerned that even with only 5 minutes on the grill, this might have been a little bit more overcooked than I like. I would say this is about a medium, as opposed to the medium rare that I usually target. But that's okay. Skirt steak can be forgiving, as the fat content in most skirt steak can help protect it. But you know what else helps protect it? Some red chimichurri. Now, I made a lot of red chimichurri today, so I'm going to heap this on very generously. This sauce complements skirt steak perfectly. The roasted peppers in the sauce add a very unique sweet and smoky flavor, and the chili pepper, of course, delivers a nice subtle kick. This is definitely a nice little spin if you've only been used to green chimichurri. Anyways, that is grilled skirt steak with red chimichurri. Give this recipe a try and let me know how it turns out for you. And let me know your preferences, whether you prefer red or green chimichurri. Thank you very much for watching. Happy holidays, and I cannot wait to see you all again next time. Bye.